The 1920s, a time of jazz, flappers, and unprecedented economic prosperity. But beneath the glitz and glamour, a darker side was emerging. Prohibition, the nationwide ban on alcohol, had inadvertently fueled the rise of organized crime. Gangsters, bootleggers, and racketeers thrived in this climate of lawlessness. They amassed power and wealth, often engaging in violent turf wars. Amidst this chaos, a new breed of machine emerged as a symbol of their power and audacity: the gangster car. These weren't your average automobiles. These were high-powered, often modified vehicles that allowed gangsters to outrun the law and make a statement. The roar of their engines became synonymous with the danger and excitement of the era. These cars were more than just modes of transportation. They were extensions of the gangsters themselves, reflecting their ambition, ruthlessness, and desire for freedom. From the Ford Model A, favored for its affordability and modifiability, to the luxurious Cadillac V16, a symbol of ultimate opulence, and the powerful Packard Super 8, renowned for its speed and handling, these cars played a pivotal role in the gangster era. Their stories are intertwined with legendary figures like Al Capone, John Dillinger, and Bonnie and Clyde. The Ford Model A might seem like an unlikely candidate for a gangster car. After all, it was marketed as a reliable and affordable vehicle for the everyday man. But for gangsters on the rise, it offered something crucial: accessibility. Model A's were plentiful and relatively cheap, making them easy to acquire and modify. Their unassuming appearance also helped them blend into traffic, making them perfect for discreet operations. However, under the hood, the Model A packed a surprising punch. Its four-cylinder engine, while not overly powerful, was robust and easily tunable. Gangsters quickly realized that with a few modifications, they could transform these humble cars into surprisingly quick getaway vehicles. What the Model A lacked in raw power, it made up for in agility. Its lightweight design allowed it to maneuver through narrow city streets and outrun police cars at the time, which were often larger and heavier. The Model A became a symbol of the scrappy, resourceful nature of many gangsters during the early years of Prohibition. The heart of the Ford Model A was its four-cylinder L-head engine. This engine, with a displacement of 40 cubic inches, 201 cubic centimeters, produced a respectable 40 horsepower. While that might not sound like much by today's standards, it was enough to propel the lightweight Model A to a top speed of around 65 miles per hour. The engine featured a simple yet effective design. Its updraft carburetor and single exhaust port contributed to its reliability and ease of maintenance. While the Model A wasn't designed for racing, its engine could be readily modified for increased performance. Gangsters and their mechanics would often install higher compression pistons, upgraded camshafts, and tuned exhaust systems to squeeze out every last bit of power. These modifications, combined with the Model A's lightweight design and nimble handling, made it a surprisingly capable getaway car. It might not have been the flashiest car on the road, but for gangsters looking for a reliable and easily modified vehicle, the Ford Model A was the perfect choice. Section 4. The Cadillac V16, a statement of power and prestige. As gangsters climbed the ranks of organized crime, their tastes in automobiles evolved. They sought out vehicles that reflected their newfound wealth and status. The Cadillac V16, launched in 1930, epitomized this desire for luxury and power. It was a car designed to make a statement, and gangsters like Al Capone were eager to make that statement their own. The Cadillac V16 was a masterpiece of engineering and design. Its massive V16 engine, the first of its kind in a passenger car, produced an unheard-of 165 horsepower. This gave the V16 an effortless acceleration and a top speed that surpassed most other cars on the road. But the V16 was more than just a powerful machine. It was a symbol of ultimate luxury. Its spacious cabin was appointed with the finest materials, from plush leather upholstery to gleaming wood accents. The V16 offered a level of comfort and refinement that was unmatched by any other car of its time. For gangsters, owning a Cadillac V16 was a way to announce their arrival at the pinnacle of power and prestige. Section 5. A glimpse inside the beast, Cadillac V16 engine power. The Cadillac V16's engine was a marvel of engineering. It was the first V16 engine offered in a production passenger car, and it set a new standard for power and refinement. This massive engine, with a displacement of 452 cubic inches, or 7.4 liters, produced an impressive 165 horsepower. Its overhead valve design and innovative use of aluminum alloy for the cylinder heads and crankcase made it both powerful and surprisingly lightweight. The V16 engine was designed to deliver smooth, effortless power. Its long stroke and relatively low revolutions per minute resulted in an exceptionally quiet and refined driving experience. This made the V16 ideal for long-distance cruising, allowing gangsters to travel in comfort and style. The engine's power was channeled through a 3-speed manual transmission, giving the V16 impressive acceleration for its size. It could effortlessly reach speeds of over 80 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its era. The Cadillac V16's combination of power, luxury, and exclusivity made it the ultimate status symbol for gangsters at the height of their power.